Very first day, he was like, okay, go back to your hotel rooms and you're filming this video and you're publishing it. And if you don't do it, you can't come back tomorrow.
Today, I have my dear friend Paige with me. She is an incredible YouTube expert. She is an educator and just all around amazing human being. So I'm so thankful for you to hear about her, learn about her, and hopefully work with her one day. Thank you for being here, Paige.
Thank you for having me.
Something I've been wanting to ask you is why YouTube?
So first of all, you can use SEO to be found in search, and ChatGPT is starting to search YouTube as well. And so anytime we can do something where we can be found long-term based on our content, then that's good, especially because Instagram content doesn't last very long. Secondly, with long-form video, there is the best way to build rapport or a relationship with somebody is face-to-face. And the second best thing is video. So if somebody spends time with you, they have a problem, they search for a solution to their problem, you come up, then they spend 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes, however long your video is with you, and you solve their problem, then you're immediately building trust with them and you only had to record that video one time. And so if you can do this over and over again with multiple videos, then you become people's like go-to for that thing. And I just don't think that there is any other way to build relationship without you being present in the way that long-form video can.
No, I love that. And I know that you're all about connections as well, whether that is in person or video, and YouTube is the next best thing other than being in person. Yep. So you taught me that. Thank you. Can you tell us a little bit about how you started with YouTube and now that your journey has grown and to where you are now?
So initially, it was probably 2011 was the first time I ever published a video on YouTube. And it was, at the time I had a cheerleading gym. And so the gym, I really just was trying to explore like, how can I better SEO, but also dominate like every section of Google. I noticed that YouTube videos rank in Google also. And I don't think there was like a videos tab yet. I think that came later, but I wanted to like show up in every aspect of it. And so I just started creating video content for the cheer gym, putting like cheerleading Vancouver, Washington, and using those taglines or those keywords to try and rank for that. And it worked. And then so pretty soon I was coming up for everything related to that. Fast forward, my husband was volunteering in classrooms and teaching financial education, and he was getting super burnt out. So I was like, well, what if instead of like going in person to classrooms, what if you just started a YouTube channel? And he was like, oh, I'm never doing YouTube. I can't be on video. And I was like, but I could produce all of it for you. And so he was like, all right, fine, we'll try. So we started that in October of 2019. It was slow. Not a lot of people were watching at first. And actually those first videos are very cringy, but we showed up every single week. It ended up being 2.5 years, but initially a year after we were showing up, I think it took us 14 months to monetize, but then we started noticing that people actually like in the comments were like, oh my gosh, this is helping me so much. So that was really cool just to see that feedback. And actually we had very few people are always afraid of like haters and stuff like that. And it was actually very, very few of those. Then from there, it just was kind of like, well, how can we start capturing these people? Because I knew about growing an email list and all those kinds of things. So it's like, what if we kind of set up a YouTube funnel where we give people a checklist in exchange for what we just taught them. And then one thing led to another, and we quickly were getting like 200 leads a month on our email list. And so that grew really fast. And then I was just like, wait, this is a way that we're like building trust. And this is a whole system that I'm running without even realizing. And then it was kind of like, well, how can I teach other people how to do that? Then I decided I didn't want to teach other people how to do that, and I just wanted to do it for them. And so I started taking clients and doing full YouTube production and management for them as well. And I kept getting asked, like, I can't afford to pay for your services, but I would love to know your process. Would you ever like consider teaching? So in March of 2024, I launched YouTube for Business, which is a course that teaches people basically the entire system that I take clients through.
I love that. And as somebody who took that course and worked alongside you, I would have never done a YouTube channel without you. So thank you for that. And if anyone listening wants to see that YouTube for Business situation and just the options within that, please click the link below and you will be able to view that too. I will say that you have instilled confidence in me, which I know you've done that with many other people as well. And without having the full-on production that actually we have today, and we can all see from the videos that you produce, they are looking great. The lighting is so good. So you have this knowledge. Did you learn to do this on your own, or did you have mentors or anybody helping you?
So I would say that I consider myself self-taught for the most part. I like to dive down rabbit holes, for better or for worse, and learn as much as I can about a thing when I'm gonna do it. So I've taken one course on lighting, but it was more photography based, but the same principles apply to photography as video in terms of like how to shape light and all that kind of stuff. So for the most part, everything that I learned, I want to say, is from YouTube and Google. So reading and watching videos, and then a lot of trial and error, a lot of bad videos to get to better, great ones.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody that you've looked up to or a connection that you've made that has kind of shaped where you are today?
So I hired my first business coach. It was in 2015 for the cheerleading gym. And his name is Jason. So Jason, if you ever see this, hi. And I could not afford to pay him, but I took a chance and paid more money for a mentor than I had ever paid. Being a part of his program opened my eyes to systems and automations. And now I love that stuff so much. But I think being a part of his program was one of the things that just pushed me out of my comfort zone for video too, because it was an in-person mastermind. And the very first day he was like, okay, go back to your hotel rooms and you're filming this video and you're publishing it. And if you don't do it, you can't come back tomorrow. So it was like, what? I'm like, I had never posted a video of myself talking on camera or anything, but I did it. And then people responded really well to it. So then that kind of like led me down the path of like, oh my gosh, you can build relationship through video and people want to see your face. And that was kind of like what started that. And then the systems, and that's where I got a taste of running ads too for the first time. And so I learned a lot from him, even though I didn't always agree with everything that he did. It still was like opened my eyes to a lot of possibility.
Oh, I love that. Well, you are a wealth of knowledge, as you just explained multiple things that I know nothing about. So thank you for always being so willing to share and just to nurture and teach people. Honestly, like, you have this gift of being able to bring simplicity to things that are very difficult, like YouTube for some people, including myself. But I would love to know what you have for our audience today, because you have something great that they can look at.
So if you have ever had the idea to launch a YouTube channel for your business, I have a free YouTube channel setup checklist that will take you through the steps of every setting on YouTube to make sure that you have those set up in the most efficient way so that you aren't missing steps that could potentially be stopping your channel from being discovered and things like that.
Thank you so much. And when that feels overwhelming, because it may, check out Paige at Paige Major Creative on Instagram and all the different ways to just learn from her and find out ways that you can begin your YouTube journey if you'd like to. Trust me, it is worth doing, of course. And if you need support in that in any way, Paige is your girl. And I thank you so much for being here today and just setting all of this beautiful lighting up. And we have 3 camera angles going today, so this is going to be pretty fun.
Please hold. We'll show you. Okay, ready?
Hi.